It's Saturday morning at 10 a.m., so you know what that means. It's time for What's Up, Ocala? With tens of thousands of viewers every month on our YouTube channel and millions so far on TikTok, we are joined by our host, local owner, and broker of Great Expectations Realty, Andrea Praber.
Good morning and welcome to What's Up, Ocala. I am your host, Andrea Praber, and today we are going to be talking about the fabulous weather that we have going on. You're like, fabulous weather? You're going to talk about that for the next half hour? Yes, I am. Because Ocala, Florida kicks off a wave of festivals and it starts in late September, early October, and it just kind of keeps on going. It is all about the weather and the community vibe, of course. Summers in Ocala are hot, humid. It's like trying to live in a sauna. It's not pleasant. But once the fall rolls around, everyone's ready to get outside. They're ready to enjoy the cooler, more comfortable temperatures and enjoy some community events. Well, October marks the start of that perfect Florida weather sweet spot. It's warm, but it's not scorching. It's breezy, but it's not cold. It is just ideal for outdoor activities and events. So there are a lot of them. So I'm going to tell you about some of the annual events we have going on, and we're going to get right into that in a moment. Now, October and the months that follow are packed with holidays and there are seasonal celebrations. You've got fall festivals. There's no shortage of reasons to gather, celebrate, have a good time. Ocala has a really strong sense of community, and these events are a really great way for all of us locals to connect and show off some local talent maybe, and support some small businesses and just kind of enjoy the beautiful surroundings of our town. On top of that, Ocala is also known for its equestrian culture, the history, the natural beauty. All of that gives even more reason to hold really unique events that they don't have in other places and that really showcase what makes the area special, whether it's like a craft fair, a food fest, a music fest, or a parade. These festivals really reflect Ocala's warm, welcoming spirit, the love for the outdoors, and just the simple joy of coming together to celebrate life in our charming little Florida town. All right, now, the first things we're going to talk about are, of course, the things that we have year-round. And of course, we have them during the summer as well, but they really get popular as soon as the weather starts cooling off. So some of the things you're going to see is maybe Ocala Downtown Market. Yes, it is year-round. It's Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's under roof, so it doesn't matter if it's raining or not, but you are going to see a lot more activity, a lot more people engaged in this vibrant weekly market with their fresh produce, the local crafts, food trucks, live music, all of that. It's going to double, basically, in the upcoming months, so be a part of that. Another thing that's going to get really comfortable is the drive-in theater. This time of year and going forward, I especially love it when it's slightly chilly outside. It's got the best new movies out there. You get to watch your choice of 2 movies. It's super inexpensive. It's so comfortable. And it's also got some of the best food in Florida with a huge menu to choose from. Did you know that they even bring it to your car? There's like an app for that. I've not done it from the car. I like stretching my legs in between films, but to each their own. You have got to try some of the unbelievable food there. Also, they're open every night of the week, so huge shout out to them for being an incredible part of the community. All right, what about the events coming up? Well, we have Ocala Comic-Con. That's going to be September 21st and 20th. You know what? You guys probably want to go ahead and write some of this stuff down because I'm going to go super fast. There's a lot of events coming up. All right, so Ocala Comic-Con, September 21st and 22nd. That's right. It's happening next weekend. It's going to be from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and it's going to be out at the World Equestrian Center, like so many of these events now are. But it's a weekend of cosplay, comics, pop culture fun, a lot of guest artists, vendors, there's contests. This year, being held at the World Equestrian Center, you know it's going to be big and amazing. And yes, of course, I'm going to be there, as well as my daughter, my sister. We're big Comic-Con fans. I know. I hide it well, but I'm such a nerd, it's not even funny. And I love Comic-Con. Just to go there to people watch, so fun. Absolutely so fun. Have to see it. Well, if that's not really up your alley, we have the Ocala Home and Garden Show. That's coming up September 28th and 29th. That's also at the World Equestrian Center. You can kind of get inspired with all those home improvement, gardening, decor, all sorts of local vendors. It's all taking place at the World Equestrian Center. You will love it, especially walking around, getting to know some of the smaller businesses in the area. They're all going to be there showing exactly what they can do for you and your home. Then we have Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest is, well, exactly what it sounds like. It's German food, beer, polka music, dancing. It's a fall favorite, okay? That's over at the WEC as well. That's going to be, it's like this Bavarian themed celebration. Anyway, it's 2 Saturdays in October. It's Saturday, October 5th and Saturday, October 12th. World Equestrian Center, Expo Center 1. And the event normally runs 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's also going to have the U.S. Stein Holding Association, which is the Florida State Championship. It's going to hold open qualifiers. I'm not entirely sure what that actually is. If somebody goes, could they please tell me what the Stein Holding Association is and what it does? I'm not sure what you're qualifying for, but I'm kind of interested. But if you're looking for a 5K race, how can you not participate in the October 1st Schnitzel Shuffle? That's going to be on October 5th. Can't miss that. That's just great. I mean, can you imagine what their medals are going to look like? Those are going to be fantastic. All right, then we've got Brown's Fall Harvest Festival and Maize, and their maize is amazing. I'm sorry, I had to. The festival is going to be held on Saturday, October 5th from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m., but they actually have festivals kind of all through the cooler weather. So check on Brown's Market. They have a Facebook page that they keep it updated pretty well. And they also have their Junk in the Trunk, which gets super popular this time of year. That's going to be on the first Saturday of every month. Absolutely perfect. If you are looking to either sell some stuff or buy some stuff, that's the place with stuff. It's great. Now, after we have all of that, we also have the Macintosh 1890s Festival. That's going to be Saturday, October 12th. And kind of over the years, it's grown. It has over 250 vendors now and gets like 40,000 visitors. It's now way too large for what it was in the past, where they had like these really nostalgic parades and home tours of some of the homes that are historic there. But it still gets a lot of people, even though they don't have those things, because they have really high quality arts. They've got crafts, they've got antiques, they've got jewelry, they have homemade goodies galore. I mean, how can you miss out? And plus it's got like that Macintosh Victorian charm, which is always an attractive feature. And then the Friends of Macintosh's 1890 Festival is like, it's the largest fundraiser of the year for a lot of those local organizations. So basically, it used to pay for just like, booth rentals or whatever, but now it is really helping a lot of charities. So really great place to visit for a lot of good reasons. Plus you're going to have a great time. Now, Two Rivers Music Festival and Food Truck Rally, that is going to happen on October 12th. That's over in Denellen, in case you didn't know where Two Rivers is. It's the Withlacoochee River and the Rainbow River. They meet up in Denellen, hence a lot of Two Rivers themed things over there. Anyway, it's basically an evening type event. It's one day only. It features a lineup of local bands, and they're playing all over town. There's like 4 different places. I actually tried to get our office over there to be one of the places that they have the event, but they've basically got the 4 places that they have the bands like locked in, and they're not moving them. So it's going to be one of the other 4 spots. So let's see. You have basically live music. You've got a lot of food. There's some really great food trucks there. I was a little disappointed to see, I didn't see any of the local food trucks, because they've got like a really cool couple of restaurants there that I know have food trucks, but they weren't part of it. So it's a lot of out of area food trucks, but it also gives you a really great opportunity to try some of the stuff from other places. There was like a seafood place from up north that was there last time. So pretty cool, really kind of cool. Definitely something you're going to have a lot of fun on. It is 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Be very careful with traffic, because parking is on one side of 484, and then most of the fun is on the other side, and all the food trucks is on the other side. So just be cautious, be careful, be safe. But it is a really fun event. Next, there's the Mount Dora Craft Fair. And oh my goodness, is that one popular? That is just huge. And it was actually ranked number one all-time favorite craft festival in America. So obviously they've got this down. Now, Mount Dora is fun anytime because it's got, the historic downtown streets, and it's beautiful down there. But with more than 350 of the best exhibitors in the country ready to show and sell their fine art and fun crafts at this event, it is craziness. It is so amazing, so much fun. It's just overload on stuff that you can see, do, smell, taste. It's really great. So the festival has, food, music, beer, wine, cocktails, special guest appearances, buskers that actually can go and entertain people, all that kind of stuff. It's really fun, really amazing. You will have a great time with that one. Now, another one that I have loved for years and years now, I actually was at the first event, and that was a while ago, obviously, but this is the Inverness Cooter Festival. It's an annual 3-day event. It's held in Inverness, Florida. It's typically in late October. For 2024, it's expected to take place October 25th and 27th through the 27th, but it's always good to check closer to the date for the exact schedule of exactly what's going on what days, because it kind of takes over the whole month of October, really. It's this family-friendly celebration, and it's dedicated to the cooter, which is a type of freshwater turtle. Get your heads out of the gutter. Okay. It really is. It's a freshwater turtle that's commonly found in the area. In fact, they actually have one of the lakes there is called Cooter Pond because there's so many of these little soft-shelled turtles that live there. So aside from its really odd, quirky name, the festival is all about having fun. It's got a lot of live music. In fact, parts of it are actually called a music festival. It has a lot of local food vendors, arts, crafts, a lot of outdoor activities. Some of the highlights of the events are, a costume contest, a fishing tournament. There's a really cool carnival, and there's even cooter turtle races, which are always a big hit with the kids, and me too. But they also have, of course, like I said, live entertainment, bands that are playing a whole slew of different kinds of music. It's really just an awesome, laid-back, small-town vibe. Now, there's also the Ocala Downtown Market and Autumn Festival. That is going to be held at the Ocala Downtown Market, and that's going to be Sunday, October 22nd. There is the Ocala Health and Wellness Expo coming up. That's Saturday, October 26th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. That is a free event. Free event. Did you hear free? Okay. It has health screenings, wellness tips, fitness demos. It's basically everything you can think of to inspire healthy living. This year, it is getting even bigger and bolder. It's going to be at the World Equestrian Center, and it's in Expo Hall 1. So if you are at all concerned about your health or want to just step it up a bit, or maybe you're just really one of those health nuts, any of those apply. So definitely go there, check it out, and see what services and things are available to you here in Ocala. Next, we have the Ocala Food and Wine Festival, which is November 3rd. This is going to be at the World Equestrian Center. It is top-notch cuisine and fine wines from local chefs, and there's going to be cooking demos and tastings, of course. It is amazing. It is a 3-day event of food and wine. How can you pass that up? The only reason I can think is because you are at the same time over at the Marion County Chili Cook-Off. Wah! Love the Marion County Chili Cook-Off. We do it every year. This time it's going to be November 2nd, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So obviously the Ocala Food and Wine Festival is a 3-day event. Marion County Chili Cook-Off is only a 1-day event. Marion County Chili Cook-Off, you can taste dozens of chilies. You get live music. You get to vote for your favorite. I can speak. I really can. I get really excited because this is a really big deal for us. It's like the event. You just have to be a part of it. Last year, after almost a decade of trying, we finally won a trophy. So of course we're coming back this year. We've already got our booth spot ready, and we're bringing it. The event is massive. It's under roof, so even if it's raining, it doesn't matter. The event is still going to happen. We still have chili. There is a lot of chili, like a lot. There is a major competition with not just the chili itself, but also who has the best booth. And there's also a car show out front, and they're competing as well. It is amazing. The whole thing. You are going to love it. There's also this whole huge kids area where they can play games, do bounce houses, stuff like that. Now, did you know that we actually have TEDx here? Yes, we do. We have TEDx Ocala, and they are doing their next one November 9th, and that's at the College of Central Florida. So it's at CF. This is the 10th annual TEDx Ocala. So it has a theme this year of humanity, and it's got a slew of speakers that are world renowned. So this is promising to be a really amazing event. And if you enjoy TED Talks, this would be the perfect opportunity for you to see it live firsthand. We also have something called Light Up Ocala. Have you ever heard of it? Well, if you're from Ocala, you've heard of it. Trust me, you've heard of it. This is happening on November 23rd this year from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. And it basically kicks off the holiday season downtown. So there's a lot of festive lights, like, I don't know, millions of them. It's everywhere. There's live music. It's a big family-friendly event, so lots of fun. And if you're wondering if you should be downtown, if you're not part of the event or enjoying the event, no, you should not, because there's a lot of traffic. So heads up on that. There's also the Ocala Jingle Bell Jog. That is on December 7th. Y'all, check these dates and times, okay? Because this was a lot of information to accumulate, and it changes each year. So double check, okay? Just double check my dates and times just in case. And if you are part of one of these events and you're like, whoa, Andrea, that's not right. It's actually the following weekend or something crazy like that, let me know, and I will definitely let everybody else know. But double check the events. Most of this stuff is in Facebook. Most of them have a Facebook page or a website or whatever. All right, where was I? Ocala Jingle Bell Jog. You can dress up in your holiday best and you can run this charity run. It's basically perfect for all ages and fitness levels. There's also the Ocala Christmas Parade. Again, if you live in Ocala, you know when the Ocala Christmas Parade is happening. You'll all of a sudden see 50 bazillion chairs, like, the temporary outside chairs. They will be lining up all down East Silver Springs Boulevard for like a mile. It is crazy. And it'll be for 2 days before the event. So everybody's just kind of marking their spot for the parade. It's a thing. I know it's kind of silly, but it happens every year. What else is going to happen that time of year? Well, mid-January to mid-March, that's when HITS Ocala Winter Circuit hits. So, HITS is Horses in the Sun. And it's, events that start 8 a.m. daily. And it's one of the top equestrian events in the country. And it showcases primarily show jumping, some of the top riders, top horses. It has a really big purse. I mean, it's a major, major event. So for those 3 months, not only do we have our snow-topped snowbirds that come down, but we also have the horse people. The horse people kind of all come to Ocala during that time. And so all of a sudden you will notice that there's a little bit more of a wait at some of the restaurants, especially those in the north part of town, because there are so many people that are visiting based on HITS. And, of course, our snow-capped, white-capped snowbirds. That's what it is. So because we have all of those guests that come each year to our town here in Ocala, it does get a little bit crowded for a few months, but it also is really, really, really good for our economy, and we get to enjoy our town for the rest of the year so much easier because of our visitors. So play nice. We do appreciate them coming to Ocala. We do. So, and if you want to go out and watch some of these amazing events, you can. go on out there, check it out, watch these really cool equestrian events because, I mean, it's not something you're going to see every day. It's really cool. That being said, there's also the Ocala Breeders' Sales. And if you've ever been to OBS during one of their sales, it is truly amazing. Now, I am so grateful that they have like these little windows in the lobby that look down on the actual auction, because I was so terrified when I went there to go into the actual auction hall and watch firsthand, because I was scared they would think that I was trying to purchase one of these incredibly expensive thoroughbred horses. I was like, I don't know if I twitch or something if I've bought $1 million horse and I can't even afford a hoof. So I don't want to go in there, but you could see it from the window. So that's what I did. I know. There are people I ran into that were like, yeah, we went ahead and bought 1/16 of a horse and it could be at the Kentucky Derby. I was like, I did not realize you could buy 1/16 of a horse. And they're like, oh, absolutely. I was like, which part of the horse did you purchase? But yeah, it's a thing. It is really, really fun. The horses are beautiful. It's very festive. It is just really great. If you've never been there, you have to go. It's normally right around mid-January for the winter mixed sale. And it's just this major horse auction. And it has some of the best thoroughbreds anywhere. It attracts buyers and spectators. The buyers are from all over the world, okay? All over the world. It is cool. All right, what else do we have going on? We've only made it to January so far. We're still going in with lots and lots of great weather at that point. So there is also the 38th annual Florida Manatee Festival. That's going to be held on January 18th and 19th, and that's in downtown Crystal River. The festival is produced by the Citrus County Chamber of Commerce, and it is all about our beloved manatees. It has live entertainment, food vendors, a lot of educational exhibits, and just a really great time. Now, one event that I went to this year, it was so great, so much fun, highly recommend, that I really want to go to again, is the 47th annual Central Florida Scottish Highland Games. It was incredible. This year, well, I guess the next one will be January 18th, 2025 into January 19th, 2025. It was the absolute best fun for anyone that loves bagpipes, which I do. They have a caber tossing men and women's division, tests of strength, really good food, really bad food. Do not eat the haggis. You don't even want to know what's in there. Lots of really cool music, and of course, a lot of bagpipes. It was a blast. I could not believe all the stuff going on in all the different areas. It's a huge, massive area that they're at. You have to go. You just have to go. All right. There is the Martin Luther King Jr. Day Parade and Celebration. That is going to be January 20th at 9 a.m. And that's going to, of course, honor Dr. King's legacy with the downtown Ocala parade, music, speeches, and of course, it's got plenty of community spirit. We have the Hogtown Medieval Fair in Gainesville's Depot Park. That is going on one weekend only now. It used to be like a whole month-long thing. Now it's just January 25th and 26th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., rain or shine, they're still going to be there, and it's free admission. So why wouldn't you go? You get to step back into medieval times, and they've got jousting and artisans and, of course, turkey legs and all sorts of other stuff that you can check out. Now, there's the Grandview Invitational, which is the premier draft horse show that's held annually in Ocala. It's basically January 30th to February 1st, and it's at the Florida Horse Park. And if you don't know what the Grandview Invitational is, it showcases some of the finest draft horses in the country, if not internationally, because it also has sometimes people from as far away as Canada or even Europe. They have Clydesdales, Belgians, and my personal favorite, Percherons. Percherons are huge, but they're also really spunky and have this attitude that seems to just love all the attention on them all the time. All of these impressive, massive horses are known for their strength, grace, beauty. They're some of America's favorites for sure. So it's an event you really must see, especially if you love horses, especially if you love big horses, because those horses are massive. And they have all of these different competitions, like cart classes. There's 6-horse hitches, team driving events. There's 8-horse driving. If you've never seen 8 Clydesdales go running by you, it is crazy. It like shakes the place because it is just so much horsepower, literally horsepower. So the 6-horse hitches is probably my favorite, but the whole thing is just really amazing. It's all in front of this, captivated audience. It's just really cool. It's a very unique experience and definitely worth going. Now, there's also vendors that are going to be selling equestrian artisan goods, and there's a lot of food options. So it's basically a really fun outing for families and horse lovers alike. It's not just about the competition. It's also a celebration of Ocala's equestrian culture. So it's definitely one of the standout events in the area. There is also, sort of, the Cattle Drive and Cowboy Roundup. That's normally in early February, but we kind of had a little bit of a snafu the last year or two. So normally you get to experience this Old West with like a real live cattle drive right in downtown Ocala. You have cowboy demos, you have family-friendly events. For 2024, however, the city of Ocala officials said they had no plans to put on this once treasured drive, but instead they'd pass the duty on to a private organization. Somehow somebody didn't get the memo, and so it just didn't happen for 2024 at all. So the Southeastern Youth Fair Executive Director, Sarah LaFils, said she believed the responsibilities would be taken care of by them, but it's going to be in partnership with another unnamed organization as well. So basically, they're hopeful that they can get it together for 2025, but I would definitely use a pencil if you plan to mark it in your calendar for 2025, because I have yet to see any dates or anybody grabbing the bull by the horns. Sorry, couldn't resist. Next, we have the Florida Strawberry Festival. This is going to be February 27th to March 9th. Each year, the festival rolls out the red carpet to welcome visitors throughout the Sunshine State and the world. Guests come from near and far, and they enjoy exhibits of agriculture, commerce, industry, livestock, fine arts, horticulture, and crafts. Last year, over 600,000 people attended the 11-day festival. There are social events, contests, youth development programs, top name entertainment. We have gone there and seen Trisha Yearwood. We've seen Reba McEntire. We've seen a lot of different amazing entertainers there in concert. They have parades. They have these strawberry themed floats. They've got marching bands, not to mention the amount of rides rival any theme park in the state. So this is definitely something you need to go to. It's in Plant City, which is about an hour and a half-ish south from Ocala. Okay, what else? Well, there's the Ocklawaha River Raid Civil War reenactment. That's going on February 29th through March 2nd. That definitely check the times and dates and all of that, but you can actually watch history come alive with the very detailed Civil War reenactment, and that's at the Florida Horse Park. So you might want to check that out. They have also the Florida City Strawberry Festival. That's March 2nd and 3rd. It's 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And of course, it's just a sweet celebration with fresh strawberries, live music, crafts. I don't know, it's family fun. The Ocala polo matches, that happens Sundays from November to March, and it starts at 1 p.m. normally, and you can just kind of watch these exciting polo matches. That's over at the Florida Horse Park, and there is tailgating and socializing, and it's just really fun to go and watch. I know it sounds so odd, but it is just a very Ocala thing to do. We're very horse themed here. We're also strawberry themed. We have the Ocala Strawberry Festival. If you didn't know this, Florida is actually one of the largest producers of strawberries in the world. So even if you were in California or Kentucky, you're probably going to have some Florida strawberries. So we here in Ocala have the Strawberry Festival. It's one day, but it is huge. It is huge. You can't even see all the vendors in one day, it feels like. It is so many of them. That's going to be Saturday, March 1st, 2025. And of course, it's hosted by Habitat for Humanity of Marion County. And of course, it has live music, entertainment, vendors, food, and of course, strawberries. All the proceeds go towards building a home for a low-income family in the area. So it's for a great cause. It's a lot of fun. The food is amazing. It's not just strawberries. It's everything. So fun. Definitely go to that one. There's also Springs Fest at Silver Springs State Park. That's going on in March. But that one I couldn't get the exact date yet, so you'll want to double check on it. But basically, it just celebrates Florida's beautiful springs. It has live music, nature exhibits, and a whole bunch of activities for kids and adults. Now, there's lots of 5Ks, 10Ks, and marathons throughout the year in and around Ocala. But also, there is, there's the Shamrock Shuffle. That's a 5K on March 17th. There's a lot of 5Ks. So, just check. I like checking on runocala.com. That one has a lot of those. But they have everything from marathons and 5Ks to ultra marathons. So look into all of that because there's some really great opportunities there. All right, last but especially not least, we have the 10th annual Brick City Beer and Wine Festival. That's going to be presented by the World Equestrian Center. It will be held on Saturday, March 30th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., but it's going to be at the Citizen Circle. So don't be confused that it's presented by the World Equestrian Center. It's not going to be there. It's going to be at Citizen Circle, of course, because it's the Brick City Beer and Wine Festival. How can we get that confused? I think that's about it for what I could find or what I thought was important for you guys to know about. Hopefully, I'm going to see you out and about. Often, my company will have a tent at some of these events. But mostly, I just want to remind you to have fun and enjoy the town you live in. Thanks so much for listening, and I will see you next time. Same day, same place, Saturday mornings, 10 a.m.
You've been listening to What's Up, Ocala? Follow us all week on Andrea Praber's YouTube channel and TikTok. We'll see you next week at 10 a.m. on What's Up, Ocala.